tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. So, this is my December TBR, and yes, you are going to be seeing a lot of repeats here, but a lot of new additions as well. I was just thinking in my head, like, you could literally make a drinking game out of how many repeats. I already regret saying that. Don't do that. Don't have a drinking game of oh, this was in her last video. Take a shot. Please don't do that. I can't be that bad of an influence. I promise. I can't. But first things first, we're going to start with my book club pick, the Read with Sin's Workshop book club pick, which I probably should have put on the top of the stack. I do want to note I have already finished a book this month. I finished reading The Crescent Moon Tea Room. Cozy, witchy. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But that was the first book on my TBR, and I'm already done with it, so I don't even have it anymore because it was an ARC and I gave it to my friend to read. So I don't even have it anymore. But first up is my book club. So, For Dead Queens is my book club pick for this month. Weekly chats. And then if you live in Fort Lauderdale, I'm all for getting together and hanging out at Barnes & Noble in Fort Lauderdale so that we can chat all about it. I love connecting with readers. I love chatting about books. I'm a book lover. I have this horrible problem at work where I have a very serious resting bitch face. I promise, I'm not as scary as I seem. My friend Gina, who's like my best friend, she's my work wife. Before she worked at Barnes... Before she worked with me, she said whenever she used to come to the store, she was terrified of just, that's our meet cute. She was terrified of me. And it's because I have really bad resting bitch face. I really do. I'm working on it so that I can be a little bit more personable. I don't mean to scare people, I promise. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I mean to scare people. But, For Dead Queens is our book club pick, so I promise I'm not really a scary person. I just seem like I am. I'm Mexican, I'm sorry. We have really bad resting bitch faces. So first pick is this one. Barnes & Noble, as you know, usually has a young adult pick. This month they do not. So there will be no Barnes & Noble pick for me to read in preparation. Kind of, it's like throwing me off. I'm just like, I feel like I'm missing a book. Nope, not missing a book. I can just focus my weekends on For Dead Queens so I don't fall behind on this one, and I'm really excited to read this mystery fantasy with all of you guys. I mean, 1 Big Lie, 2 Forbidden Romances, 3 Days to Catch a Killer. I'm excited for this. So, if you want to join me, there will be links in the description to join the book club on any platform that you wish. Alright. Now for my weekly reads. Here's going in the ponytail. Actually, no, I take that back. We're gonna do the books I read to my kid. As you all know, I am rereading the Del Toro's Quest series to my son. Every night we read a chapter, and if he hasn't fallen asleep, I'll continue reading until he does fall asleep. So sometimes that's a chapter. Sometimes it's a chapter and a half, sometimes it's 2 chapters. The goal is to read these 2 books this month. As you can see, he's been home sick with the flu, so we've already this much through the Shifting Sands. Honestly, I love this series. My son is 5 and he is enjoying it as well. And so hopefully we will get through Dread Mountain by the end of the month. I really do love reading to my son. I love that I'm fostering this love of reading with him and that I'm introducing him into one of my favorite series. I'm also happy that I'm making some room on my bookshelves. Yeah, the goal, all the books I have read go into storage. All the books I haven't read stay in the house. And I'm slowly encroaching on my small space. So it's a twofold win for me. I get to read to my son and foster his love of reading, and I also get to put the books into storage and make room on bookshelves. And you're probably saying, well, why don't you just donate them, Cynthia? Because I want to give them to him or my daughter when they grow up, so that they can then give to their children if they so desire, if they have children, and then, upon my death, in my will, donate the books to a hospital, a library. Just donate them, or even just, hey, I have so many books, I could have my own library. Rent an Airbnb and turn it into a makeshift library. They can do what they want once I'm dead. I just want them to keep passing on the love of reading, and I want them to foster it the way I'm fostering it with them. Alright, now segue into my weekly reads. So I'm going to start with this one. This was a gift from my friend Gina, because she knows I love dragons. This actually was not on my original TBR. Yes, I've already read the webtoon. I freaking love Lore Olympus. When it ended, I cried in the car ride because I was reading it in the car, and I reread it 3 times because I'm like, I can't believe it's over. I love Lore Olympus. So, since my kids have been sick with the flu, they're better now, thankfully. I haven't had a whole lot of time to read, so we're gonna do this one. I have also started, which I forgot to bring with me, Legend of the White Snake. That is my first 30 page a day read for this month. I'm already 90 pages in it, and it's really, really good. It's really fast paced. I read 30 pages in 14 minutes the other day. My husband's like, what the hell, did you even read that? I'm like, yes, I did. It moves really well. So I'll probably finish that soon. We're really looking forward to it. Now, everything else that I've got going here, I'm not going to read it in the order in which I show it to you, because some of these books I will probably end up audiobooking. I am getting very overwhelmed with the amount of books I have, but I want to read all the books I have. So sometimes I'll end up going back and forth between audiobooking and reading it, because I need the space, but I also love my books. And sometimes audiobooks just don't do it for me, but sometimes they do. So it'll be like this one, for example. Say I want to read it really, really fast, and I'm not reading it as fast as I want to because I need to know what's going to happen next. I'm probably going to end up audiobooking it. And that's what happens with a lot of these books. I'll start physically reading them, and then if I'm not reading them, if I can get a hold of an audiobook copy, I will definitely get a hold of the audiobook copy, just so that I don't have to stop reading it and I can blow through it. So first up is Ruthless Vows. This is my Owl Crate special edition, which is absolutely gorgeous. I think I kind of like the Owl Crate one a little bit more than the Fairy Loot one. Next up, we've got Bookshops and Bone Dust. This is my Fairy Loot version, which I absolutely adore. I loved Legends and Lattes so much. If I haven't reviewed it, I'm going to. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal book, and I'm so excited for this one. Next up, we've got Namesake by Adrienne Young. This is a copy, this is my Bookish Box copy. This is like OG Bookish Box before they started doing all the added customizations and luxe versions, and it did come with a signed nameplate. And then they did follow it up, thankfully, with Saint. I love that there's a ship in his eye. Didn't notice that when I first got the book. Blue sprayed edges. And this, again, is my Owl Crate. It did come with overlays. I totally forgot it came with the overlays. So can't wait to put those in here. And you can see, this is where they kind of started upping their game. So this is the Bookish Box exclusive version. Is this one signed? I don't know. It is. Alright. Then we've got Guardians of Dawn, Ami. I loved Zara so much. You can check out my review for that one. So I'm so excited for this one. They just released the cover of book 3 and I'm like, yes! I'm so freaking happy for that one. My goal is to finish this trilogy. This is, God, what is the name of this trilogy again? History of Dragons was book 1. This is book 4, In the Labyrinth of Drakes. Really, really want to read that. I love these. They're very slow, but they have such a historical, like, I can't explain the atmosphere within the Sanctuary of Wings. I couldn't get this in the US anymore as a paperback, so I had to order this from Waterstones. Sorry, blanked for a moment. And I also had to order this one from Waterstones, the 6th book in the series, because they changed the cover. Stop changing the covers. The US cover is black. No, I like this one because, one, it makes it feel more artistic, because the character in the book, Marie Brennan, she does artwork in the books because she's studying dragons. So you get to see a lot of her artwork. So it has that same feel to it. And I prefer the white background because it makes it more artistic. Plus it matches my set. But I will tell you, there is a height difference. And it annoys me. But unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about it. Alright, so here's another repeat for you. Please don't take a shot. All This Twisted Glory. This is my LitJoy exclusive. It is signed. I do have the first 2 as LitJoy exclusives. All I know is that the first book was so well done, because you had such a fierce, strong female protagonist who was a djinn. The second book, I don't know what happened. I was just like, what is going on right now? What is happening? So I'm hoping this third book pulls it back together. That's my hope for it. Alright, next up, The Mirror of Beasts. This is a sequel to Silver in the Bone. I think I love the style of this book more than the Fairy Loot version. I love the Fairy Loot sprayed edges. Don't get me wrong, I love silver gilded edges, but I love this matte cover a little bit more. I mean, very, very cute. And it is signed. So, really looking forward to finishing this conclusion. And then, last but not least, these 2 lovely ladies. Pun intended. First of all, the authors did give me a chance to interview them, so if you do want to read their interview, it is on my website, Sims Workshop. They are such lovely ladies, honestly. And it gives me an even, knowing their full relationships gives me an even deeper relationship for Rose and Ren as characters. And yes, I bought the Waterstones exclusive for the sprayed edges, but not only that, Twin Crowns, the first book in the series, I received, it was an extra item in a Fairy Loot box. So of course, I have to have a matching set. Of course, I have to have a matching set. These were designed by Electric Monkey, and I really do, you think the paperback, I mean, like, some they just wait for the paperbacks. No, even the font type is different. The font type is different than in US copies. Trust me, look it up. They're different. I need a matching set. And you know what? If I'm going to get a matching set, I might as well splurge for no extra charge and get the ones that have pretty sprayed edges. Look at them. They're so pretty. Love them. Love them. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing these. Alright. That's my TBR. Do I even want to count these? Do I even want to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 books. I feel like I always have 16 books. It's okay because I read 10 books last month, 9 the month before, so at least I will get through a chunk of these. And I think if I dedicate myself to really listening to my audiobooks, even on my days off, that I will get through a chunk of these. That's the hope. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how we enter the year 2025, shall we? In any case, thank you all for tuning in to this December TBR. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.